Yo, what's up, brother? We got a bit of a makeshift setup, to be honest. This whole like setup here on YouTube's a bit makeshift because it reformatted it for some reason. This is only a short stream. No music here on YouTube either, unfortunately. So let's just leave that there. But you probably see a lot more of our long-term members pop up in here. Generally, this is like this is the home ground. This is the home ground right here. And like I say, the makeshift setup's not really all that, to be honest. But yeah, and the only reason we don't play music, because I'm not bothered about the stream being monetized, is because I know that a lot of people don't catch the live streams and they watch them on replay. We actually gain like 25% views on our replays, which is kind of crazy because that means there's like a quarter of the people that actually want to watch aren't able to watch. So if I play music, it gets taken down. That's running so good. It's running so good. So it is bank holiday. We don't have a huge amount that we're looking at today. Honestly, I'm looking to go home soon. It's like 2 p.m. I'm going home soon. I want to see the baby. Well, it's not really a baby, but I want to see the boy for a little bit. And then I'm out with the boys this afternoon for a little bike ride and a few beers. It's Friday, isn't it? So make the most. Just need to check something on here. I was saying to my mate earlier that I don't know how anyone takes people on electric scooters seriously. Like adults riding electric scooters is just like crazy. It's just crazy. It's wild behaviour, mate. That's what that is. So, with you, Jay, we're looking for it to continue selling down into these lows. But it is a bank holiday. Oh my gosh. So I'm not expecting anything crazy. You shouldn't be either. If you are in the Discord, have you posted some data or have you not? I know we've got quite a few new Discord members right now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. YouTube, all the links are a lot easier to find. They're just down below in the description. I wish we could play music here though, because I think it's just a bit of a vibe, innit? But we can't, so we don't. Remember guys, I'm here for you to ask me questions. I'm here for you to ask me, what do I think? What am I doing? I'm not here to tell you everything that's going on. I'm here to help you understand and grow as an individual, not do it for you so you don't ever become consistent. Yes, brother, what's going on? I see you're collecting more data. I got a Q. Hit me with the Q, baby. Come on. Hit me with the Q. ticks. That's what I want. There we go. Right, so remember the like goal is 10. 10 is the like goal here on YouTube. And you like it by just hitting that little thumbs up button. The thumbs up button is the like button. "17 concurrent viewers right now. If we're in a sell that takes super long and we're already moved our stop loss to B and another sell opportunity shows, do we also take that one? If you're break even on the initial one, yes. Now you can, depending on what the distance is between those, you can do something like this. So let's say there's something like that, and then it's, I don't actually know how that would work, to be honest. Okay, right. So let's say that there was an entry here, price spiked it, and you took an entry like that, right? And your stops at BE, and then let's say price action hit this, and it gives you another entry. You can do one of two things. You can move your initial stop loss to the same point where your new stop loss is going to be. So the worst case scenario, you get out with like a 1R gain overall. Oh, sorry, not a 1R gain, a completely break-even scenario. So you'd have your new stop loss here and your new entry here, for example. So you're looking for that. So you can move your stop loss to the same point here, so that if price comes up and goes bonk, takes you out, you don't lose anything. You're just, you're just break even on the whole thing. Or you can leave it open, stop loss here, this here, and then you're going to take a -1 on the scenario. It's completely up to you how you want to manage the risk. I'm personally I'm more inclined to stack the initial stop loss on top of the new stop loss, so then it counteracts. Obviously, you can only do that if the initial trade is far enough in profit. Otherwise, you can't do that. Obviously, that would be, impossible. Oh, yay. Who's ready for Friday then? Who's ready for the weekend? Sorry. Who's ready for the weekend? Oh my gosh. So TikTok live stream kind of a little bit lively today. Yeah, of course, brother. No problem at all. Yeah, you need anything, you just let me know. Same as anyone else that's in this live stream right now. If you need help, just let me know. Excuse me. Thriving, I've been pointing out your sell position that you marked up. Well, I'm calling you thriving, but obviously on YouTube you're not thriving. I wish I could play these tunes on here. I honestly do. The bangers are just immaculate. Immaculate bangers. I also think there's still a delay here. I think there is still a delay here. What's going on, Ralph? Welcome. What's happening? So we're looking for bullish here, but we don't have anything right now. Yes, but I didn't see it grab that high with the average volume on the 15. Although on the 5-minute we did have an average volume when taking it. Are you currently in a trade? No. I got out of this earlier. I don't know where that here. Yeah. Got out of this earlier. It's a bank holiday. I'm not really looking to get into anything. I'm more just streaming because I stream every day, and I said to everyone I'd stream today. So here we are. It's only going to be a short stream. YouTube popped off yesterday. We had like 50 people in here at one point. Oh, God. Ooh. Are current trading methods similar to commodities? Are currency trading methods, sorry. Well, the system we use it on every single asset. Crypto, commodities, Forex, stocks, you name it, you can use it on it. Literally, it's just completely versatile. And there's a lot of the guys in the chat here. There's like 11 people in here that use the system. Let me go back to. Yeah, the old YouTube streams just they just don't hit the same as TikTok, to be honest. They used to be a lot a lot more stagnant on YouTube. Like, they didn't really push you out as much. Now they do a lot more work in like pushing you in the right direction, which is good. But we don't really have anything right now because it's bank holiday. We're not expecting anything. You always get like those sarky people that are like, trading on a bank holiday, you don't know what you're doing. It's like, we're actually not in anything. To be honest, I'm not surprised that there's not that many people in here because it is bank holiday. A lot of people have taken the time off, especially Americans. It's this one. So remember, guys, ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them. I might need to go and grab a coffee in a second. Otherwise, I'm going to fall asleep on stream. YouTube, I don't know what it is. The second I start streaming on YouTube, I start yawning. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just is. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's literally bank holiday markets are the best on earth. To be fair, we got some nice consistent moves on a lot of the pairs from the moves that we already had. Yeah. Yeah, so this stream is only going to be like 30 minutes or something. It's not like a crazy long stream. We're already 17 minutes in, so we're just, it's just a chill one. If you want to jump in the Discord, that's the place to be. Do you still backtest? How many trades have you backtested approximately? A lot. Yeah. I haven't backtested for a while, but I have. The non-USD pairs. Yeah, that's it. A lot. I mean, my biggest single session backtest, where I just done it all in one go, not going back to it, was 8 months and like 90 something trades. I think it was at like 200 and something days. But I've tested loads of individual tests. The thing with it as well is I've been doing it long enough now that I've probably put more time in forward testing than I have back testing. But I still back test now and then. I was thinking about hosting backtesting sessions in the Discord at some point. I thought that might be an interesting one. But the only reason we don't, it's the only reason we don't, is because we hosted backtesting sessions before, and what they consisted of was loads of people turning up, and all they do is just watch me backtest, which is not the point. And now you've got the system automated, you can backtest it way faster, right? Yeah, that's it. The system's not completely automated, but it is, close enough. Like this, like bosh. Yeah. Turn it on, bosh, there's the entry. Go to GU, bosh, there's the entry. Wait for it. When the bot is actually running properly, it's going to be a game changer. I can tell you that much. Wait for it. Yeah, well, this is the thing. This is the reason why we don't do them anymore, because we would start streaming and I'd be like, right, everybody, fire up your backtesting software and all this, and then it gets to the end of the stream and I'd be like, right, everyone share their data, and no one would share their data because they haven't done it. They've just watched me do it. And I get it, but obviously the idea of a backtesting session is so we all backtest together. The only reason I'm doing it is to encourage others. But it's gone the other way, where instead of it encouraging people, it's made them more inclined not to. That's why I just tell people backtest, You can see, if you backtest, that the results show for themselves. It's on. Oh gosh. Chat, I apologise. I'm literally yawning up. Yeah, all I do, guys, is I encourage every single one of you to join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube, force everyone to share their screen. Yeah, I mean that is a... Yeah, maybe we make it compulsory, mandatory. We say, if you can't share your screen, you can't be a part of the session. I think that might be better. That might be a better idea. If you're in the YouTube stream right now, there's 25 people in here. If you would want to, or if you would share your screen, being a part of the Discord backtesting sessions, let us know. This is the only thing thriving with YouTube. Like, you have to work so hard to get people engaging. It's crazy. TikTok, people talking to you all the time. Right, it's 10 past 1. Oh no, so 10 past 2. Ghost. Yeah, so I mean, literally, it's like playing Call of Duty, mate. Literally Ghost. Yeah, it literally is. Like TikTok, it's crazy the amount of engagement you get. You get people talking, engaging, because it makes it hard for me to stream when people aren't talking. Because when people aren't talking, I'm just sort of trying to spitball some stuff, you know. Like I can teach and teach and teach and teach, but the relevance isn't there. I need the engagement from the students. And this is why I stopped streaming on YouTube, because I felt like I would have like 20, 30 people in my stream, and then ultimately I was like doing 2-hour streams for nothing. Another cue, when you have say a 11R TP and it runs up to 8R, will you allow it to hit BE or will you take partials? So there is something that you can try, and that is like taking so you could say, if I have a trade that is greater than 8R, I will take full TP at 8R, or I'll take 90% at 8R. Generally, when I'm testing, I will do the 3-point rule, which is TP, BE, stop loss, no partials. Because if you can get good results with that, then if you start to partial, you can see other stuff too. So let's see. I'm back. Welcome back, man. I work in the industry doing fundamentals, so have never done the trading side of things with currency trading. Most retail traders just look at trading volumes, directional patterns. Are you guys looking at macro and external real world factors? So I work with an investment firm in the Middle East, and I spent a lot of time with them when I visited them in September of last year, working around the way that they dollar cost average and the way that they manage their risk and the way that they trigger their orders. And ultimately they wait for major inefficiencies because the banks create inefficiencies. So based off of that, we center our system around the principle of this. The daily time frame is going to give you the most probable direction, so you get your bias from there. We're either only ever going to sell or buy. Okay, there's no in between. We then use the 4-hour points because it is a time frame that can be denominated by 4 with our other trading systems, and we look for our points of liquidity, aka pivotal highs, pivotal lows. Then if we interact with a 4-hour high or low, depending on what our bias is, we will look on the 15-minute for an entry, which we will use the inefficiencies, the same thing we did to define the daily bias, to find an entry point. That's what we do. So there's a few real world factors added in, but we don't look for fundamentals, if that's the case. But yeah, we use completely mechanical, non-discretionary rules based off of, I suppose you could call it a market pattern, but the factors it's based around are based around where banks are exchanging the currencies and where banks are being involved in the market. Volumes are involved, but it's, like I said before, you know, it's one of those things that if you have a rule set that allows you to place a limit order, for example, within the market and consecutively see would absorb all that opportunity, No, not at all. No, because when you're looking at the markets, we're reading the candles because the candles are the language of the market. They speak to us, so we have to read it like a language. And you see candles be created. Okay, and there's going to be certain points where those candles are terrible. There's going to be points where you will see market inefficiencies appear. So you will see, for example, between the two candles in the center here, that there's a period where only buyers are active in the market and there's no selling pressure at all. This means that there's momentum to the upside, or there's more probability of continual bullish movement. This is how we establish our bias. And then we use the same thing at a point of liquidity. If we see a gap in our bias direction, for in this case bullish, we will trade with that momentum out of those areas. So it works off of the basis of this. If you have a quoted price, let's say a 4-hour high or low, let me turn this off one second here. So you have a quoted price that price action has created a pivotal high or low at before. In this case here, we have this and this. This is a price that clientele were willing to sell their currencies at. Yeah, it's an area that creates interest for the institute. So if we see an institutional footprint present itself, we can look to enter at the same point. And that's all we do. That's literally all we do. And like I said before, I say it in my TikTok streams, I say it in my YouTube content. You don't have to take my word for it, like the drawings on the screen, take my word for it. Many students have learned the system and test it with a backtesting software, and you see the results over time. There's some good return to be had if you execute the system properly. Properly. I can't even speak. That's what doing 2 live streams in a row does to you. But I am going to wrap this stream up in a minute, I think, because it's like 20 past 2 and I want to go home. I want to go home. I'm bored of being in the office this week. I've had enough. So, yeah. But that's the principle. That's the main principle we use. Because this is a 15-minute periodic candle time frame, so lower time frames where you're going to see all the high frequency stuff. No problem, Max. If you're not already a member of the Discord, make sure you join it. Because this is one thing that I am very, very happy about, and I'm able to intercept a lot of people that may end up falling for these BS trading guru, like Instagram posts and stuff, where they're in a Lamborghini and they go, I made $20,000 trading gold last month. It's like the stupidest thing. It's so stupid. Like they're making money off commissions. Can I ask one more thing? What lower time frame combos do you use instead of standard day 415? I like to use I don't know if there's even an entry, but same points of liquid and then 5-minute entry instead. So this one wouldn't really have been any different. If you look at your standard Orion points of liquid, find your 4-hour points of liquid and then reference the 5-minute. Or you can use your 15-minute and reference the hourly if you have like clusters of hours, or you can use the 5-minute the 1 minute referencing hourly. Like there's so many different combos you can do. Wouldn't those larger systems backtest and find these patterns through the algorithms? What do you mean by that? Meaningful, large, consistent. For any meaningful, large, consistent opportunities. Well, I mean, they very well may, but all I know, right, is that the rules we use deliver consistent outcomes. So maybe they are trading in at the same times. I don't really. It's always one of those. I don't really look into that kind of thing because it's delivering a consistent outcome for me and my students. And like I've said before, I'm not selling a course. I'm not selling, I'm not selling anything. I offer one-to-one mentoring if you want to be taught one-to-one. Yes, cool. If you want to be a part of our VIP community, cool. But other than that, I teach everything that I do for free because it's, at the end of the day, I make money trading and doing my other things that I do on the side. If people want to pay me for my time, then sweet. But, I don't ever look into those kind of things because it's just not... it's just not the... if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing. That's the way I look at it. Like, hi there, thanks for streaming. I'm sure many people appreciate your insight and technical analysis. Cheers. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I really do. But guys, thank you all for joining me on this honestly pretty boring stream. I hope you've all enjoyed it one way or another. But we're going to finish it here, I think. We're going to wrap it up. It's Friday. It's a bank holiday. I'm going out for a few drinks later on with my friends. We're going for we're doing like a 20-mile bike ride. Stop off at a couple of pubs, get some food. Should be nice. So I want to get home, enjoy some time with my son beforehand. But it's been an absolute pleasure, as always. Thank you, every single one of you that's here right now. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate that as well. How many times do you find you have to switch systems before they stop working? We've got over a decade worth of backtesting data on this. We've got over a decade of this, and it's consistently worked for over 10 years. So yeah, I mean, not since I've been in the industry. I have tweaked my system, but it's more for my personal preference. Of course, no problem. Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I do go live on here like every day. And if you're not already following me on TikTok, it's Ross_rfx. I go live on TikTok every day as well. So I look forward to seeing you all again at some point. And enjoy your weekend, guys. Make the most of your Friday afternoon. And yeah, peace and love. As always, stay true to your system. Follow your rules. Stick to your risk. And remember, if you don't have data to back up your system, you are gambling. Do not do it. Gambling is bad. I'll see you all very soon, guys. Peace and love.